Nesbitt, Director of Instruction at Atlanta Golf Academy, here at beautiful Echelon Practice Facility. I want to discuss a little bit about some of the inconsistencies in golf concept in terms of how far back a golf club goes and this sort of thing. In my view, there is no one golf swing. Individuals are limited and aided by the amount of flexibility and strength they have. And so there are some basic parameters which we have to entail: alignment, posture, swing path, and release. Beyond that, the swing has to fit the player's body. For instance, there's a great deal of discussion with regards to how far back a golf club should be taken, where the proper position is at the top of the backswing. That is dictated by the ability of a person, physical turn. This is Joe Thompson, founder of Habs and Wants, a real estate investment group in the Atlanta area, and Joe's a student of mine. Joe, would you assume your golf posture for me, please?
Sure.
Okay, now what I'd like, may I take the club, cross your arms, cross your heart. Good, now turn. There. Now hold your golf club, put it at the top. That's the length of Joe's backswing. It is limited by or enabled by his ability to turn his torso and his hips. That's a good backswing for Joe. Joe, just swing through and hold your finish. Notice that the full swing, the through swing, is much farther because there's less pressure, less coil, it's all released. Thank you very much, Joe. Now, what I'd like to do is I'm going to take the club away from you, and when I do, I want you to cross your heart. Good. Turn to the top of your backswing. Take your golf club and assume your backswing. Now, before we saw how long Joe's backswing is, now we see how long Elaine's is. Notice how far her torso has turned in relationship to her body. Swing through and hold your finish. There. The balance finish, again, please. The balance to her finish, nicely on balance, with a rotation through very similar to Joe's. So the through swing is pretty much the same, but the backswing has changed tremendously. Make a normal practice swing for us once, Elaine, please. And that way you'll get a good illustration of the difference. The club head is probably back close to 1.5 feet farther than Joe's was, which means that if it fits the player's body, you'll get more power that way. If it doesn't, you won't get the power if you try to force it and disconnect. Thank you very much. This is Nick Fromfelder, one of my students, and we're discussing the size of a backswing relative to a person's flexibility. The length of the backswing is dictated by the amount of turn a person can accomplish. Nick, do me a favor and set up, please. Face the camera if you would, please. Thank you. Get all ready. Good, I like the posture. Now let me take the club and cross your arms, cross your heart. Turn away as far as you can. Good. Turn, grab your golf club. And allow the length of your backswing. There you are. We see the difference in the length of Nick's because his torso is able to turn farther than Joe's, but less than Elaine's. Do me a favor, swing through and hold your finish. Notice, if you will, the finish is pretty much the same because everybody's able to rotate through because the tension is gone. All right, make a little practice swing. Back and through. Good. I love it.
Joe Thompson here. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to look at Corky's video, and thank you so much to Corky Nesbitt for what he's done for me and for my golf game. If you really want to take your game to its highest level, its greatest potential, and play the best you can, you need an instructor. You need an instructor that actually understands what your physical capabilities are, and not somebody that's going to try and mold you into a static one-size-fits-all. In golf, there is no one-size-fits-all. Players are short in stature, they are stout in bulk, other people are lean and limber. Each of those body types and physical abilities requires a different swing. To find an instructor who actually can look at your capacity and maximize what you can do and give you the techniques to get the most out of your game, that's what you really need. And if you ask me, the best one in Atlanta is Corky Nesbitt. Again, thank you so much for taking a look at this.